Alright, this is Veritas Files on February 14th, 2009. I'm going to be starting a multi-part series on how to best prepare for the coming collapse that seems likely to happen. A lot of the things I've heard on YouTube and seen, you know, I don't mean any offense to anybody who's tried it. I think it's great, everybody's putting their ideas out there, but a lot of them have been kind of cheesy, kind of hit and miss with regard to what they cover, and they haven't been entirely practical. So I'm going to give my point of view on this. It does come from a background of having some experience, though limited. So just kind of take it for what it's worth. Glean some ideas from me if you think they're valuable. If not, you know, pass on them. In any case, this is probably going to be, 4, maybe 6 parts. So we'll just have to see how far I get. Right now I think I'm just going to cover maybe 1 or 2 areas. And I don't know how long it's going to take me to get this finished, so you'll just have to be patient. First thing I'm going to do is go through a kind of a risk mitigation outline and just kind of identify certain areas of risk. They're not really in priority order per se, but they kind of are. So let me get started with the first area of risk, which is basically financial security. That basically just means get out of debt as quickly as you can. You know, pay off your credit cards, car loans, your mortgage, second mortgage, lines of credit, student loans, etc. as quickly as you possibly can. Okay? The second thing to do is establish an in-home savings. Okay? Now I'd say for a family of 2 or 4, probably $2,000 in cash is adequate. You're not going to be able to start out putting, you know, $500 or $2,000 in cash probably in your home, but you can work up to that. Start with $10, $20, $30, $40, $50, something. Start small and just work your way up to $2,000 in cash. Because we may experience, you know, government services not being in action, you know, it's possible that we'll have widespread and long-term power outages. It's possible there will be bank holidays, that banks themselves will be closed, that there won't be any banks available. If that kind of thing happens, ATMs are going to be non-existent in terms of being helpful to you. So what I would suggest is that you focus on keeping this in-home cash reserve in smaller bills. An example of that for a $2,000 cash reserve is 12 $50 bills, 24 $20 bills, 36 $10 bills, 48 $5 bills, and 320 $1 bills. That may sound odd, but really it's not. Money may not be worth a lot in the future, but in the beginning of a crisis, it's still going to be worth something. Even if it's just that people think it's still worth something, you're going to be far ahead of everybody else. So, you know, don't underestimate that, but, you know, please. The other thing I wanted to cover is basically energy security. Gas stations may be out. You know, if prices go through the roof, they're going to immediately introduce price controls. That always creates shortages, so you need to take care of that. I would recommend that you start by having a gas reserve in your home or store it outside your home. If you store it in your home, it's at your own risk. You need to realize that the flammable part of gasoline is the vapor and not the liquid itself. So if you store it in your home, keep it away from any possible heat source and keep it airtight sealed. Airtight sealed. If you can't do those 2 things, don't store it in your home. If you store it outside, put some stabilizer in it to keep it good for the long term. You can get Sta-Bil or PRIG at you know, Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, places like that carry that type of thing. I'd also have a kerosene reserve for a kerosene heater. I'd probably have 2 5-gallon kerosene cans or 4 2.5 gallons. You can cook on those things. They're very helpful, but you need the reserve to keep you for the first several weeks anyway, until you can adapt to the situation that you're in. Because I've tried this a few times before and it hasn't worked out because of the time, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and we'll see about doing another video later. Thanks.